Test.
All right. Test.
Test.
I think you said guest. Like, hey, guest.
Hey,
guest.
What's the prompt, guest?
Focus up.
All right, Karissa, can we please have a one-word prompt?
Truffle.
Truffle, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I feel like truffle is one of those things where like people, you either really like it or like hate it. And I feel like it easily can overpower things. I myself am a fan. Like, I don't mind some like truffle fries as like a side for dinner. That sounds great to me, but
It just can't be too much, though, right? Like,
yeah, I don't want
fries where it's just like hits you, like punches you in the face.
I don't want a gallon of truffle oil. That's too much. Just like a little bit
No.
or like sprinkled on top or something.
Exactly. Hey, hold on one second. Hey, welcome to the Overtalking Podcast with your hosts, Ken and CJ. Say hi, CJ.
I don't fuck my pig.
We were all wondering.
I'm tired of
glad
people saying
just
that.
Right up top, addressing it. I really
I
appreciate
don't
it.
fuck my pig.
This is the show where we talk about TV shows and movies as chosen by our guests. And this week we watched Pig, which is, I already know because you clicked on the episode. Yeah, anyway, truffles are fine. They're good.
They look disgusting when you see like the full chunk of it come out of the ground.
It's like a fucked up mushroom.
Yeah, it's like a big black turd that is like super expensive and tastes good.
Right, a buried little piece of poop.
Yeah.
But it smells as strong as that, but better.
Good clarification.
Everyone's had truffles. What am I talking to an alien? Like, I don't know. Anyway, let's bring on our guest.
We are joined once again by fan favorite Karissa.
What's up? Hi, guys.
Yo.
How are you?
We're keeping the Nic
back.
Cage train going.
We sure are. I'm so excited. I've been trying to get CJ to watch this film for a very long time, and I am going to call it a film because it is exquisite. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but I do actually need to back up for 1 second. What is a truffle?
You know, it's a big little black turd.
It's a mushroom, right? Like it's a fungus.
Is
I
it?
think.
I think it
Okay.
is like a some
Okay.
sort of fungi.
Okay, because Ken made the
It's a mushroom.
absurd claim that everyone's had truffles. Have I had a truffle?
You have not had
mean,
a truffle. You
no.
probably have had shaved truffle or truffle
Okay.
oil.
I've definitely
Yeah.
had like truffle fries before, but
Yeah.
I don't know like what from the truffle is actually involved in truffle fries. Is it just like a truffle oil that they like
Yeah,
put on top or something?
it's an oil infused with truffle.
Yeah.
So do people eat like just raw truffle?
No.
Okay,
would
but
be-
why?
They're because they're very expensive, and
Well,
also
sure.
like they're just extremely strong. Like
Yes.
it's too much. Like,
That would be
just
so
straight up.
overpowering if you just
Okay.
like took a bite out of it like an apple or something.
You know
Okay.
what? In the movie, they have a great comparison to was it the Priscilla something fruit?
Persimmon?
Persimmon fruits. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Where, it's overpowering until you let it ripen and all the tannins go away, and then you can eat it. But
Okay.
Also, I want to clarify something. I have seen this. Ken was the one you were trying to convince.
That's true. That's right. I got it mixed up.
was it?
Yes.
No, I'm always down to watch Nic Cage. You were the one who
Good.
didn't want to watch Abigail. That's what the real
That's
discussion
true.
here should
Yeah. Peek
listen.
behind the curtain.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a text thread, and Karissa sent out a list. I did offer. I said I fully was like, my vote is for Pig, but I know who I'm talking to.
We all know that CJ's vote counts as 2. So.
We all know that.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I was excited about Abigail just because it's a new release, but I have already seen it. And it also would have been on theme because, we've spoken about vampires on this podcast before together. And
True.
spoiler alert, there are some vampires involved in that film. But no, I am so stoked to talk about Pig. I've wanted to talk about this on this podcast for so long. So much to say.
We all loved Renfield. Speaking of vampires.
Yeah, and I heard that Abigail is the Mithrigan of this year, so I'm happy to pass on watching it.
So it's a 10 out of 10. It's incredible. It has staying power. People are still talking about it, and they'll continue to still talk about it.
It's I can't argue with that. It's not the incredible part, but
Well, I actually
people are
need
still
to.
talking about it.
I need to put friend of the podcast Steve, the Tool Man, on blast because he notoriously does not. Hey, Steve. He notoriously does not like dolls. So he was not open to seeing Mithrigan. he's also not open to seeing Annabelle, the movie about the scary doll. He was open to seeing Abigail, though, which, first of all, Annabelle, Abigail, too close. The names are too similar.
True.
I'm upset. But yeah, I mean, no dolls, but like, it's not that different.
I know nothing about either of these movies.
I have not seen it yet, so I...
Wait. So see, now I'm getting them confused. Annabelle, it's in the Conjuring universe, right, Ken?
Yes, yeah.
So that was that viewing experience. That's the only time that I've seen a movie in a theater where I sat in the front row. And it was packed. It was a packed house. My sister and I went in, we sat down. The only seats left were in the front row on the end. So I had to turn my head both directions to see the whole screen.
Awful.
And that was my Annabelle viewing experience. So,
so your head was pivoting just like the Annabelle doll's head.
That's exactly right.
Someone enters the room.
That's
or
exactly
Mithrigan's
right.
head spinning around.
Yes, right.
2025, baby. Mithrigan 2.0.
Maforgan, right?
Mithrigan.
Mithrigan. Yeah.
But yeah, that movie, I have seen Abigail now. It's still a recommend for me, but Pig, I was way more excited to talk about Pig, to be honest. So it's okay, CJ. I was just thrilled that I was allowed to pick a movie this time because
I don't know what you're talking about.
That is my doing. I set that up. I'm like, you know what? No more. And still, CJ drove.
That's the premise of the show. The guest always chooses the movie.
We're gonna have to change the intro to this podcast to say something about how the guest doesn't actually choose the movie.
It's a disclaimer we say at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there might be a reason I leave Ken off some of these texts and then we show up.
Hey, at least I get like carte blanche pretty much during October, so I can't complain too much. But
that's
right.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna talk about Pig because I can't think of a cool segue for Pig. Coming up on the Overtalking Podcast.
Oh my God!
Did that come out of what? What end did that come out of, Siege?
I'm looking for a truffle pig. Someone stole her.
I don't understand. Tell me who you are.
You made the right choice, being out there in the woods. There's nothing here for you anymore. There's really nothing here for most of us. Buy yourself a new pig.
And we're back on the Overtalking Podcast, joined once again by longtime returning guest Karissa, and we are talking about Pig. Karissa, yes, thank you. Karissa, we're going to put 30 seconds on the clock for you to describe this movie for someone who's not yet seen it without spoiling. I don't know. There's no spoilers. Whatever.
There's a spoiler at the end.
There's a spoiler at the end. Yeah.
All right, ready to go.
Okay. Pig, starring our boy, Nic Cage.
Woo.
He lives in a cabin, off-grid, jealous, with his pig. And he, one night, gets beat up by intruders who steal the pig. And then he goes on a quest alongside his trusty companion, Alex Wolff, to
4,
get the pig
3,
back.
2,
And that was
1.
hard without spoilers,
Done.
but that's it.
Not bad.
He's out for revenge.
I tried to be spoiler free. It was difficult, but I tried. At least not yet. I'll spoil it later.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely spoil it later. But you know what might have helped you do a little better with that 30-second introduction?
What, Ken?
Well, this thing that we've been drinking lately.
Oh,
we've talked about it before, but it's back again. We've been drinking Magic Mind again.
Our good friends at Magic Mind are back.
They're back. And I've been drinking it for 3 days in a row now.
Same here.
And it's helping again. Like it helps my mental acuity a bit in the morning.
Yeah, it's a mental performance shot. It'll help your brain. It's got nootropics, adaptogens, organic mushrooms, matcha. I don't know if you guys know this. I learned this a few years ago from Michael Pollan, that like food journalist guy. Caffeine actually does not give you energy. It just tricks your brain into thinking you're not tired anymore. It blocks the receptors that would normally tell your body, hey, you're tired.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I was shocked when I learned that. I was like, wait, what? I'm not actually getting energy from my like 2 or 3 cups in the morning. It's like,
well,
no.
I mean, like, Yeah, energy comes from like calories, right? So it would have to be. Yeah, I guess it makes
And
sense.
coffee is 0 calories.
Just don't think about that. Yeah, it's just water. But Magic Mind is meant to be drank alongside coffee, or on its own as well. But I've been drinking it with coffee because I've been drinking more coffee. I think since the last time we talked about this.
Hell yeah!
And
one of us.
Just it doesn't make me jittery or anything. Like, doesn't add to
That's
the
good.
overall, like, if I were to drink too much coffee or anything like that. But it, I don't know, it just helped me feel more alert and awake and ready to go before work in the morning.
Yeah, it's got matcha at the highest possible grade. Again, organic, and that gives you that more time-release caffeine rather than just kind of like a hit of jittery fake energy that coffee gives you.
Yeah. And Magic Mind is meant to be drank like over consecutive days to like reach its full effect. So we're both on day 3. It should just get even more effective from there. So we'll be checking in throughout our Magic Mind journey as we go along this. But yeah, it's 100% safe, and yeah, it helps reduce stress. So where can people find Magic Mind, Siege?
Well, for our listeners, you can use our code OvertalkingPod20. That's Overtalking POD, the number 2, the number 0, or claim it at magicmind.com/OvertalkingPod20.
That's right.
And that's 20% off a one-time purchase.
Yeah, or for a limited time, you can use it to get up to 48% off your first subscription.
And if you use our code, we get a little kickback. Help us out.
Yeah, this is right now the best way to support the podcast. So if you want to support us, why don't you check out Magic Mind? It's great.
And they give a 100% no question asks refund.
That's right. But speaking of things that you might consume, I think someone in this movie actually kind of was their own little creator themselves, huh?
Nic Cage or the pig?
Nic Cage. Well, I mean, actually, a couple different people, but yeah, Nic Cage is the big one. He was a chef.
I love the reveal. I personally am a sucker for any sort of like food porn type stuff, like content.
Wait, can
movies.
we go back? Did you say poo?
Poo porn?
Pooforn? Pooforn. Huh.
Nope,
so got nothing.
That scares me every time you do it. Every single time. Ken, I need to know, was this your first viewing of Pig?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so what did you think Pig was about before you watched it?
Okay, before I knew anything,
Yeah.
I thought Pig was a horror movie.
Yes.
Because Nic Cage was in,
Yes.
or at least genre or something.
And
But,
the poster gives off horror movie vibes.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like.
it does.
well, yeah, because he's kind of like a bloody face for the entire movie.
Yeah.
But then I read the synopsis and I was like, oh, he's going after his pig that was stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, so still think it might be genre. I thought he was going to be like beating up some dudes or like, where's my pig? Like,
That was
"Where is
pretty
she?"
good. That was really good, both of you. Have you been practicing?
In the
Watched
mirror.
a lot of Nic Cage.
Yes, sir.
But did not expect it to go the reclusive chef route.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
not know that.
I feel like this film came out around the same time as that horror movie Lamb. Are you familiar?
Oh, yes. I've seen Lamb.
So, Lamb, Pig.
Mm-hmm.
It also came out around the same time as like First Cow, also a horror
Wow.
adjacent
What are
movie.
any of these?
So I also expected this to be a horror movie. I was hoping that it wasn't quite like Lamb, because if you've seen Lamb, Ken, have you seen this?
I've seen Lamb. Yeah. Yeah.
Then you know that this movie could have been about raising a pig hybrid as
baby.
a human child. Fortunately, that's
Siege?
not what
No?
this movie is about.
You guys have great taste in movies, but I just
That was a weird movie.
That was a
but
weird one.
It's still cool to see.
Yeah, it was
but
good. But no,
very weird.
I don't know why. It must be the poster and the fact that he's bloody the whole movie. My memory of this movie is that it's like really violent and like gory. It's not really.
No, there's like a couple of fight scenes, but even those are like not really that big of a thing. I don't know.
No, but I would still characterize it as like the John Wick of pigs.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still. I mean, it's
It's a way toned down version.
yeah. You would have to, it's a little bit of a stretch, but
No one dies.
no
Well,
one dies. But he's going after a pet that was stolen. So I
Yeah.
guess that part is kind of
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that comparison.
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched this the first time on a plane. It was a plane movie for me.
Oh wow.
But I rewatched it today.
So pigs do fly, huh? I'm pretty proud of that. Thank you, Magic Mind, for bringing that great pun to my head.
Yeah, that's great.
The magic is kicking in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I definitely didn't expect where this was gonna go. But yeah, it was like Chef. It was like the bear, but like not really. I don't know. It just made me hungry. Really.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some like Fight Club, you know, things happening here. The first time I watched this, I did not know what to expect. And without any spoilers yet, in the final scenes of this movie, I was just crying and crying and crying. And then for like 30 minutes after the movie ended, I couldn't stop crying.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I like couldn't stop. This movie really affected me the first time I saw it. And I mean after that too. But man, I don't know. I just was not, like I said, I was expecting violence. I was expecting John Wick. I was expecting pig human hybrid baby being raised in this household. I was not expecting it to be quite as touching and sentimental as it was. So anyone who has not seen this, I would recommend watching. It's not, I mean, it's Nic Cage at his finest, but it's not similar to his other recent movies, really.
No, yeah. I also, so they're speaking of like getting a dagger to the heart while watching this movie. There's a scene where Nic Cage is talking to a chef that used to work for him back in the day, and he's not being mean to the chef, I would say. He's not like saying like you're a fraud now, but he says this one line, Nic Cage, to the chef. He says, "We don't get a lot of things to really care about." It's just like, good God, fuck.
Yeah.
That fucked me up.
Yeah.
Made me question everything in life.
Yeah.
Is this what I want to do as a career? I'm too old to change. But like,
immediate existential crisis.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And doesn't he deliver that line covered in blood at like a Michelin star restaurant?
Yeah, he's at like a white tablecloth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that the chef's reaction, I was having one of those moments of like, this is really good acting, which I feel like I don't get taken out of the movies a lot. I like to like be immersed in it and not think of them as actors. But the chef receiving Nic Cage talking to him, where it's the like, he's trying to laugh off everything. And so he has this smile, but then his eyes keep flicking back and forth between like happy and sad, and you see that he's like realizing all of this, that he is maybe a fraud, or like he isn't actually happy even though the restaurant is extremely successful. It was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think the acting in general in this movie is really, really good. And yes, it's Nic Cage being Nic Cage. He's being over the top and whatever. I have heard some unfortunate takes lately that Nic Cage is not a good actor.
Boo.
Who said that?
We'll fight
them in the Fight Club. Yeah.
And I just have to disagree wholeheartedly. Yes, he's doing the Nic Cage thing. Yeah, sure. I love it. It's amazing. It's effective. And Alex Wolff is also incredible. Oh, I won't call her out. No, she is a listener.
Oh, okay.
And she is a close friend of mine. I will not throw her under the bus, but she will hear this and she will know. She will know.
We will find you. Just know if you're listening right now, I'm going to find you.
Listener.
Yeah.
Where can they call in, Siege?
USA Cat 1591.
Yeah, call in. Look, we would love to hear that. And then we can respond without you having to.
And then we're going to track your phone number.
Yeah,
we're going to look you up and find you. We're going to come find you.
But no, I thought Alex Wolff was wonderful in this too. Otherwise known for his role in Hereditary. And my favorite, Old.
No, come on.
That's right, folks. Alex Wolff was on that old beach, and boy, does he get old.
You did not like Old, right?
It was garbage. It was garbage, but I loved it. Give me more. I want more. I love M. Night Shyamalan. I don't care how bad it is. I think actually, maybe on the podcast, I have compared Nic Cage to M. Night Shyamalan before, because both of them are just churning out massive amounts of content always, and like
Yeah.
80% of it is garbage. But that 20%, baby, that's
Really
where we
good.
get Pig. That's where we get The Sixth Sense. That's where we get The Old Beach.
That's where we get
I
Dream
love
Scenario.
it. Exactly. No.
I would argue that Nic Cage's collective works are better than M. Night Shyamalan's, but I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe
well
that's just me.
that I might have to counter, but not right now. We'll save that for like a horror specific conversation because boy do I love my boy M. Night, and I love that he shows up in all of his movies.
I do
fun.
like that, and I do like some of M. Night Shyamalan's.
It's like
stuff.
Stan Lee
Yeah.
showing up to talk to Spider-Man for a second.
But I'm sorry, I've gotten us off topic.
Have you guys seen any other like chef movies? Are you like me? Do you like that part of the movie at all? Or you're just
I
like,
did
yeah,
like
he's a
that part.
chef. Who cares? Okay.
No, I liked it. Yeah, I wish I had seen more of him cooking. Honestly, I really enjoyed that.
And that's we didn't add that's how the movie is sort of split up. It says like first course and then gives a name. Like that's how the movie begins, is a like foraged mushroom tart, I think it was called. But
I think that's exactly right.
yeah. I liked that too. I've what was I just watched? Oh, I just watched Furiosa, and they also have like chapters. And I was like, yeah, I kind of like this, that they're just
I
like
like that.
calling out each act of the movie. Like,
Yeah, I'm into that.
it's a good way to kind of transition or just be like, okay, and now here's what's going to happen next, or like, yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It gives your mind a little bit of space to
Yeah.
kind of process what just happened, and now you're gonna get another chunk. I mean, it's almost like episodes, right? Or it could be a good time to take a break if you're watching it at home. Not that I did that for Pig, but
No.
but yeah, I like that kind of formatting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to say, I don't watch a lot of food things. Like, I'm not a food channel girly network. Food Network. See, I don't even know what it's called. Food Network.
Show some respect.
I
You're
know.
chopped.
I know. I'm chopped. I was trying to come up with a retort to that, and I don't even know enough about the Food Network to come up with anything interesting.
A retard to that.
Okay,
Mushroom
that was
my
good. That was
God.
that was really good.
No,
But-
God,
But I did watch The Menu. I liked The Menu.
I liked the menu. Yeah.
And I feel like there was another. Oh, The Bear. I have to say though, I haven't really watched much of The Bear. I watched the first season, but in a former life, aka during high school and college, I worked back of house in a restaurant. And I can't take it. I can't watch it. It brings back too many and to be fair, I was not in like a prestige restaurant, if that's what you could call one.
Where did you
but
work? Tell the listeners.
I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, baby.
I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings,
Nice.
B-dubs.
and I was so bad as a server. I would make negative money because I would have to tip out the bar and the kitchen. And so by the end of my shift, I owed money. I was so bad as a server. Not because I was like forgetful, just because like most of the time it was like middle-aged men being rude, and I just like my 18-year-old Karissa like really couldn't kiss ass. Like I can't now, but back then I was like, it's not worth it for the tips.
Yeah.
And then turned out it was worth it. And I still didn't do it. So they moved me to the back of the house, but I can just hear that ticket printer like in my head, in my nightmares. And I watched the first season of The Bear, and I don't even think I finished it because I was like, this is traumatic. I can't do it.
That's how Meg is. She can't watch The Bear. She can't watch even Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
Just because it's too close to home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Especially The Bear. Like, I feel
The
like
Bear is
they're on purpose
very
trying
stressful.
to induce anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can just feel it. I can't go back. I've moved past it. I can't go back there.
Can't go back, Bear.
Can't go back there. See, did you watch
go
season
back
3?
there.
Yeah.
Not yet, but I tend to, maybe by the time this episode airs, I definitely will have, because season 1 and season 2, I think when they come out, I finish the entire thing in like 2 or 3 days.
Nice.
That I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
it is
hard to
about that
either,
show. I
but-
just like can't get enough of it.
It's
Yeah.
good. And Jeremy Allen White, boy, is he a hottie. We love him. We love
Those
him.
eyes just pierce into
Oh.
my soul.
We love those short shorts that he wears on his hot girl walks in LA. I just eat it up. I love him.
I'd eat off of him.
Yeah.
Those abs.
Hey,
Oh my God.
hey,
Wow.
hey, whoa,
Wow.
whoa. All right. Well, you guys mentioned
Oh my God, no more. This episode over yet.
you guys mentioned so I, not I want your episodes to be evergreen, but I am going to place us in time and space right now by saying I recently watched to your What You Been Watching episode, and you did mention the bear, but I have a bone to pick with both of you about your less than positive review of Dune and Dune 2.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
Listen,
Mine was positive. It was just, I guess it was a little less than positive. But yeah, go for it.
I'm a Dune head. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a Dune head. I listened to on audiobook all of the books, including like the later ones where, Ken, you're right, things go off the rails.
It looked like it.
It truly goes off the rails, so much so that I don't even remember exactly what happens because it gets so crazy. But yeah, I did love Dune 1 and Dune 2. I didn't see either of them in theaters though, and I'm really disappointed in myself because we could have seen that second one in IMAX and I just didn't do it. It would have been so much better like on the big screen.
That's what
I also regret not having seen it in theaters. Maybe that's what I was missing. Was getting the full theater experience because I'm sure that like sound probably was really cool in the theater.
So good.
Yeah, that was really good.
I don't know.
But I love Timmy. I love Zendaya. You're right. Not
Johnny.
enough Zendaya. Yeah, Johnny. Not enough Zendaya in the first movie, but we get lots of Johnny in Dune 2. Yeah, I'm excited. I really do hope they make a third one because I feel like the story, they haven't wrapped up the story yet.
No,
we got to
not
get
at
to
all,
the third one to understand why 1 and 2. And then maybe we'll even get, all the other shitty ones.
I bet you we will get at least portions of the craziness of the shitty ones just for the cloning action, just to get some of the other stars back in there that have passed away in the movies.
Yeah.
They're for sure going to make a third one. It's like one of the most popular
they
movies.
Have to. They have to. Unless Timmy and Kylie Jenner get more serious, and then he'll have to spend his time filming for Kardashians on Hulu instead of Dune. So I guess we'll see which path he chooses.
Yeesh.
If he fulfills his role as the Messiah, I guess we'll find out.
The Kardashian
What do
Messiah.
Dune heads call themselves? Is it Dune heads or is it like dusty people or something?
Yeah, I think it's exactly right. I think it's dusty people.
Dusty people.
Yeah, wow, you nailed it.
Yeah, you nailed it first try.
Great.
Yeah. Speaking of dusty people, I'm just kidding. I'm trying.
Nic Cage doesn't shower the entire movie.
How's that?
Right, yeah.
I was going to say, why don't you guys dust off your old trivia hats? Because it's time for...
Hey, did you know that?
That's right. For new listeners, this is the trivia portion of our show where we pit our guest and CJ head-to-head to see who knows the most about what we watched. Karissa, CJ, are you two ready?
Ready.
Oh, no. All right. Surprisingly, not a lot of like really interesting stuff for this movie. So I got a couple, but we'll see how this goes. First question, how much training did the pig get before starring in this movie?
Wow.
Okay, are we talking months? Are we talking years? Are we talking days?
I don't know. What are we talking?
I'm going to say 0 days. He was born a star.
Born a star. Okay. A star is born. A pig's journey. Okay.
The Lady Gaga special.
Yeah.
3 months.
Huh. Well, I guess Karissa is technically closer. It was 3 days. It was basically a completely untrained pig, and it kept biting Nicolas Cage during the shoot. And he said, he was like, man, I've been set on fire, and I've done all these other like car stunts, and sepsis from a pig bite is what's going to kill me.
Wait. I did not know you had such a good Nic Cage impression.
Oh, thank you.
That was fantastic. Do you practice that?
No, I don't. I got a couple. I got Nic Cage and I got Marky Mark, and those are the ones that I can do. And Mickey Mouse, I guess, if we count that.
Well, sure, yeah.
Can you say we've got to get the Declaration of Independence?
We're going to get the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, that's the one I meant. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, Karissa gets 1 point. How long did Michael Sarnowski have to make Pig?
Oh my God. How long did he have, like, to film it or to make it?
I believe to film it is what they meant.
I'm going to just say 3 months again.
Okay. I'm going to say this is maybe the same as what CJ said, but I'm going to say 6 weeks.
Okay, that's shorter.
Oh, well, that's not the same, but okay. And it is closer. So, and you know what? It's definitely not the right answer, but it is closer. So it's 20 days.
20 days?
Yeah, really quick. They only
Wow.
had time for like one cut, maybe two, if it was a Nic Cage scene.
Wow.
Dang.
But yeah,
Wow.
pretty amazing, especially for like the caliber of acting that
Yeah.
goes on here. Like all
Yeah.
in one cut. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Chris is up in the lead with 2. Siege, gotta pick it up.
I'm trying.
All right. How much runtime was cut from the original cut of the movie after the distributors thought it was too long?
45 minutes.
I was going to say like a half hour. They didn't want it to hit
Chris
that
is
like 2 hour
closer.
mark. God damn it.
A full hour, nearly an hour.
Wow.
Cut.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder what they cut. Do you
I
know?
don't know. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm curious
It
too.
could have been a
There's
2.5
cooking.
hour movie.
Yeah. No, thank you.
It would have been too long.
Yeah.
It was a great tight 90-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. How much time are pigs featured in this movie?
See, this is why I said that the pig had 0 training, because even though the movie is called Pig, we don't really spend that much time with the pig. I'm going to say 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Since we're just doing closer, I'm going to say 31 seconds.
CJ.
Yeah, it's definitely more than 30. The IMDb trivia said about 10 minutes, but I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think it was
wow.
on screen time. I think that was just like it was in this scene. 30
Yeah.
seconds? I don't know.
I feel like it's only
Maybe.
on screen in like the first like few minutes of that first act, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a real answer, I guess, for this one, so we won't count this point.
No,
But-
I need a point. We're counting
Amazing.
it.
Amazing.
I was closer.
I love that. If I get it wrong, we cut the point.
I just don't think it's really a fair question, but all right, see, you could have the point. It doesn't matter anyway.
It matters to me.
Okay. This is the final question. What is the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter score in percentage? Closest without going over. Krista, since you're the lead, you will go first.
Okay. I'm saying 89%.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
That might be low. Oh, I'm regretting it. Okay.
I'm going to put my faith in the critics and go with 90.
97%.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Does that mean we tied?
Rated.
No, you're still up
No.
1, 3 to
Oh,
2.
amazing.
That means you win, though.
Woo! Wow. My God.
Can I
don't.
just say that? Sorry, the when the pig squealed when they took it away
Yeah.
in those opening scenes, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I just felt like a child like screaming like, oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Emily left the room.
Yeah.
She full on left. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. We haven't talked about any of the heartbreaking parts of this movie.
No.
But it might be time. It might be time, listener,
I think
for
it
some
is.
spoilers, because it's such a beautiful story. We find out. Okay, these are real spoilers. Do I really want to spoil it like this?
Let's do credits really quick before people tune out. Siege, where can people find us?
What about ratings?
Oh, yeah.
Ken is
I don't
like,
know.
I am done. I am ready to get out of here.
I
Episode
joked about that
over.
earlier, but like I do want to do ratings too. All right, look, skip ahead a couple minutes if
Yeah.
you don't want spoilers. All right, go for it.
Stop right now, because this is a beautiful film about love and loss.
Mhm.
And not only do we find out that Nic Cage is this very famous chef, but we find out that he went off the grid and is living alone with this pig because he lost his wife and it broke his heart. And he doesn't want his heart to ever be broken again. So he distances himself from everything that he loves that could ever hurt him again, except for the pig. And then these motherfuckers come for his pig.
Those motherfuckers.
And boy, does he need that pig back. And everyone thinks it's because it's his livelihood. He needs those truffles, baby. And then we find out,
Nope.
nope, he can find the truffles alone. He doesn't
Yep.
need that pig.
He's superhuman.
He just, yeah. Doesn't he say like,
Superman.
no, you can, the trees. You can
The
tell-
trees tell you, I guess.
you
I
can-
don't know.
They're under certain kinds of trees, guys. I don't need this pig. But then we find out he just loves this pig. Oh,
Mhm.
devastating.
Yeah.
And
Did
then
you,
yep.
did you even say the big one?
I didn't.
The pig dies.
The pig was dead.
The
all
pig
along.
dies.
Pig
Yeah.
died. The pig died really early.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pig died pretty much right after it was taken.
Yeah.
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 He was offered $25,000 to just like go away, and he was like, "I want my pig."
I want my pig.
I hope he still got that money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That dude seemed like kind of a dick. I doubt it.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
I also like how the way that he tackles the problem at the end of the movie is rather than like beating the guy up, which is kind of what I fully expected from a Nic Cage movie, was that he makes him a very, very nice meal. That was the same meal that him and his wife used to have when they went to his restaurant earlier in early years. But yeah, I don't know.
That's the power of food, Ken.
Yeah.
It's the power of food, that memory, the smell, the taste.
That
Have you
olfactory
guys-
memory.
Have you guys ever been to a restaurant and had a meal so powerful that you've talked about it for years afterwards?
Buffalo Wild
I have
Wings.
not. Was it the meal or like what came after? Is that
Sure, yeah.
It was all the disrespectful middle-aged guys.
It was my favorite memory is when we would host fight nights and all of my tables would order water and not tip.
Jeez.
God?
That's my favorite part. No, I have not. I'm not like a food connoisseur.
No.
I'd like to be, but sadly I'm not.
I wouldn't call myself a food connoisseur, but I really love it, and I try to, and I'm fascinated by it, and I watch a lot of YouTube to try to get better at it. And I think there's some meals that have sort of stuck with me, but I think it's also the environment you're in and who you're with, and like the time and the place and stuff. Where like on tons of our trips, Emily and I's like to Europe and stuff like that, we do come across these like really incredible meals that I still remember. But I think it's also because I'm with my lovely wife on vacation in Europe and we're having the time of our life. And I think that also adds to that memory and stuff.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I think the only ones I can remember are like nice ones on trips, but it's also because it's like part of a larger experience. So
Yeah. Ken, I remember you reflecting on the meals that you had in Hawaii on your honeymoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably always remember those, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe there are some situations.
Well, Eric and I are going on our honeymoon this fall. So if we have any
Nice.
amazing meals, I will report back.
Where are you going?
We'll be in Vancouver
Ooh, nice.
and then we'll be in Seattle for a couple of days. So
Okay.
I'll report
Cool.
back. And if anyone has, I love addressing the listeners on this podcast. If anyone has any food recommendations for the Vancouver or Seattle area, hit me up.
You can hit up USA Cat 1591. We'll forward on the
Exactly.
messages.
That's right.
Exactly.
Do we have a Canada cat phone
Nope.
number? No.
Just America, baby.
Okay, so
Number
Seattle
one.
then recommendations, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Cool. Well, I think it is time for ratings then.
Yeah.
You've heard us debating. We know you've been waiting. So now it's time to hear our ratings.
Chris, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate Pig for you?
Listen, I'm not sure if either of you have noticed, but this movie is on my profile as one of my top 4 favorite movies of all time on Letterboxd.
Did
Wow.
not notice. Wow.
So Pig is getting a 10 out of 10 from me.
Wow.
This is a perfect
Dang.
film. It has everything. It has Nic Cage. It has a little bit of violence.
It
It
has
has lots
Pig.
of drama. It has Pig. And it made me cry. It made me feel all the feelings. Happy cry, sad cry. It's exceptional. Highly
Pig
recommend.
cry.
Pig cry.
Pig, yeah, our pig cries. Oof. Wow. Okay, that is a strong recommendation there.
Yeah.
See, do you want to go next? Or should I go next?
You should go next. I'm fascinated to know.
I am
Very
so curious.
Man, like I really set myself up as like this person who's so unpredictable that everyone just has no idea how I'm going to rate this. Look, this movie's garbage, and no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, really great movie. Definitely not what I expected. And so, I might have rated it a little bit higher if there was a lot more violence or
Sure.
craziness, but still, like, really great. I don't love feeling my feelings, so
I like to bottle those up.
yeah, I love to bottle those up. Now I'm going to therapy. I'm starting to get more in touch with myself,
Ken,
but
proud
I
of
also
you.
don't love crying at the end of movies either. So
Sure.
it's just not for me. But I'm going to give it an 8, though. Like very very
Hey.
strong recommendation. It's a very good movie, and what really makes a good movie for me is the acting.
Mm-hmm.
If the acting is bad, it doesn't matter what kind of movie it is. It's not a good movie unless it's like a fun, schlocky horror movie or something.
Sure.
But yeah, like great acting and a decent story. Love it. Good movie.
Wow, a Ken 8 is like a Karissa 15. So I am so happy that you gave it an 8. That made my day.
Okay, I'm
Chef's
happy
kiss.
to. Please, Siege, what would you give this movie?
For me, I went on Letterboxd to see what I had rated it on my first viewing because I remember loving it, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. And I think,
Okay.
rounding that up to a 10, though, I'm going to give it just a tiny bit more and say an 8.5.
Okay.
Because even on the second viewing, I remembered like what happens as far as like the kind of reveals throughout the movie. But then, it got towards the end, and I was like, oh yeah, how do they actually like end it? And it's just Nic Cage goes back to the cabin. Now he's all alone, and he plays a cassette that his wife made for him, and that's it. And credits.
Karissa is literally getting choked up.
I'm literally going to cry thinking about it. That scene kills me every
Yeah.
single time. It's a Bruce Springsteen cover.
Yeah.
It
the cover's
is-
really
Yeah,
good.
the song is really.
Oh,
I'm on Fire.
Oh,
by
Ken's going to
Cassandra
start
Violet.
crying. Ken needs us to change the subject before he has to get in touch with his feelings.
It's okay.
I literally got goosebumps thinking
Yeah.
about it just now.
Yeah.
It's
so
a-
good.
It's powerful.
It's incredible. Like earlier in the movie, he pulls
Mm-hmm.
out that tape and he just can't bring himself to listen to it. Like
Yeah.
he's hidden away from the world. He's not dealing with this. He's placed all of his feelings into just a pig.
Yep.
Now the pig's gone, and Chris's face is getting beat red.
It
Sorry,
is.
but like, yeah, he's finally like listening to it and like remembering, and he looks up, and that's how the movie ends. He's just
God, it's
remembering his
good.
life. Oh,
And-
it's so nice.
And that's why I cried for an additional 30 minutes after the credits roll.
Yeah. This movie rules.
Yeah, it's through and through a drama,
Mhm.
little bit of violence mixed in, but not scary, not a horror movie, even though it was kind of marketed that way. But no, I think anyone could watch this.
I will say, like, if you're squeamish out there, even the violent part you don't actually see.
No.
Like Nic
No,
Cage is
right.
off screen while he's getting beat up. All you see is just like arms flying. So you don't actually like see his face get beaten up,
Right.
which I thought it was good.
I think the most disturbing part of the movie is the pig screams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you can get past that in the first 10 minutes, I mean,
Yeah.
it's only like a minute's worth if you want to mute it. But yeah, the rest of the movie, totally watchable for anyone.
Yeah, agreed.
Love it. Love my boy Nick. He's great.
Oh, my boy Nick. Yeah,
Yeah, very
except
good.
he has some really exciting ones coming up.
Yes.
So
sure
I will
does.
certainly be back to talk about these next few Nic Cage movies. I've heard only good things, so very excited.
Yeah, I think we'll be having you back pretty soon for Long Legs. I
Yeah.
think that's got to be the next one.
Yeah,
Siege, buckle up.
100% on
Yeah,
Rotten
I know.
This is going to
Tomatoes.
be pretty intense for you, but
yeah. It does.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's getting amazing ratings and stuff. I am curious. How it's playing at the Music Box.
Oh, well, let's go.
Oh, actually, okay. Speaking of the Music Box, they're showing Kinds of Kindness in 35
Yes.
millimeter.
Okay, we have to see that too.
Yeah, I want to go see that.
okay.
With like Willem Dafoe, Emma Stone again,
Mm-hmm.
all from the last one. I'm excited. I can't believe that he like cranked out 2 back-to-back movies like that
I
too.
know.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
All right. Well, listeners, stay tuned. We got some great movies coming up that we will be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But Karissa, thank you for joining us.
Heck
Do you have
yeah.
any words of wisdom or anything you want to say at the end here?
Words of wisdom. Watch this movie. I feel like I say that at the end of every single episode that I'm on. No, words of wisdom. I will say the Olympics are happening this summer. Olympic
Ready?
trials are happening right now. I am, as we speak, repping Nikki Hilt's merch. They'll be competing in the 1500 if you're a track and field fan. So my recommendation, my words of wisdom, watch the Olympics. These athletes train for a long time. This is really important. Turn on your TVs, folks. It's streaming on NBC and also Peacock. This is not an ad for either of those places.
Definitely not. But yeah, I'm excited. I love watching the Olympics. I'm more of
Yeah.
a Winter Olympics guy, but I'll watch everything.
That's fine. Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, if you need a foray into track and field, I'd be happy to guide you down the path of what to watch, what's exciting, who we're rooting for, etc.
Guide you down the track.
Guide you down the track. There you go.
Would the Olympics make a good episode? I think we've got too much in the pipeline to make that work, but that would be interesting. I don't know.
I'm going to watch skateboarding and handball.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do we got, Siege?
You can follow us on all of the things at Overtalking Pod. Email us at overtalkingpod@gmail.com. Give us your hot Nic Cage taste, in that he is hot. That's the take.
He's a hot oldie.
Call or text us at USACat 1591. Go to our website, overtalkingpod.party. And just going to slip in a little personal plug. I've been putting out more music.
Ooh.
You can go listen to my music at eddywolfram.bandcamp.com. That's Eddie, EDDY, Wolfram, spelled how it sounds. If you watch that Lo-Fi Girl, the like chill hip-hop, check out my song Vibes. If you play retro video games, check out my song Quick Power Up.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that one yet.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
gotta check
fun.
it out.
It's more fast-paced. It's upbeat.
Okay.
And maybe by the time this airs, I have another one in the can. So maybe I'll have released that one too.
Ooh.
All right. Cool.
Well, if you trust my taste at all, trust me when I say it's worth listening to. It's exceptional. We've been jamming to it at home. So yeah, give it a listen.
Appreciate
I
that.
liked Vibes a lot, so I'm definitely going to check out the rest. Also, we mentioned it before, but go to magicmind.com/overtalkingpod20.
Yeah.
It's the best way to support the show right now. And oh no, they're here.
Ah.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
They're wearing the masks from Saw.
Yep.
it's real weird.
Yep.
I think they're
it's the
confused.
Overtalking Overlords.
It's not that movie. Yeah.
No, but they're supporting the pig. R.I.P.
Rest in pig.
They're here to remind me to remind you. If you like the show, please go on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and rate, review where applicable. Reviews are what help people find this podcast. Also, we still spend no money in advertising, so if you like the show, please tell a friend and spread the word. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And as we always say at the end of every single episode,
Don't do it.
of course. I mean,
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Bye.
Bye.
This episode of the Overtalking Podcast was produced by Ken and CJ, edited by CJ. This week's special guest was Karissa. And special thanks to Magic Mind for sponsoring this podcast. You can help support the show by going to magicmind.com/overtalkingpod20. The link is in the show notes. Music by Justin Peters. Logo by Nate Richards. Check out Nate's work on Instagram at Nate Richards Designs.